Alright guys, today we're going to talk about something intimate, but we're going to approach it in a mature, respectful, and emotionally intelligent way. Because real intimacy is not about performing acts. It's about understanding connection. Before we dive in, I want to acknowledge something personal. Life doesn't pause when we go through loss. We still show up. We still work. We still try to create meaning. And sometimes talking about intimacy while grieving can feel strange. But here's the truth. Connection, touch, and closeness are part of what make us human. They remind us we are alive. They ground us in the present moment. So let's talk about breasts and nipple sensitivity from a psychological perspective. For many women, the breasts are not just physical features. They are deeply tied to vulnerability, body image, and emotional openness. When you touch that area, you're not just stimulating nerve endings. You're engaging trust. And that's where most men get it wrong. They either rush, treat it like a goal-oriented task, or approach it with tension. But the female nervous system responds best to safety, anticipation, and emotional attunement. Here's what matters first. Adoration. When a woman feels genuinely desired, not objectified, not rushed, not pressured, her body softens, muscles relax, breath deepens, blood flow increases. Arousal is not something you force. It's something that unfolds when she feels seen and appreciated. Start with the whole body, not just one area. Slow, warm touch across her shoulders, back, and waist creates a foundation. The brain needs context before the body can fully respond. If you jump straight to sensitive zones without emotional buildup, her mind may not be aligned with her body. When you do begin to touch her breasts, think of it as exploration rather than stimulation. Gentle cupping, slow massage, consistent pressure. The key word here is consistent. Sudden, unpredictable intensity can interrupt arousal instead of building it. The nipples, in particular, contain a high concentration of nerve endings. For some women, stimulation there can create powerful waves of sensation. For others, sensitivity varies. That's why paying attention to her breathing, her movements, and her subtle responses is more important than any specific technique. Instead of focusing on doing it right, focus on rhythm and responsiveness. Light circular motions with your fingertips can create anticipation. Alternating between gentle pressure and softer strokes keeps the nervous system engaged. If you use your mouth, think warmth, softness, and gradual increase in intensity rather than immediate force. Teasing often heightens sensation more than pressure alone. Temperature contrast can also heighten awareness. Something cool followed by warmth can create a noticeable shift in sensation. The brain loves contrast because it sharpens perception. But always introduce variation slowly and observe how she responds. Another important factor is verbal connection. Soft, affirming words can help align her emotional state with her physical experience. Arousal deepens when her mind feels involved. Asking what feels good in a confident, calm way shows maturity. Communicates that her pleasure matters. Remember, for many women, orgasm through nipple stimulation is possible, but it's rarely mechanical. It's neurological. The brain interprets stimulation as pleasurable when she feels relaxed and emotionally connected. Stress blocks sensation. Safety enhances it. This is why presence matters more than performance. If your mind is racing ahead, if you're trying to achieve a specific outcome, your touch may feel tense. But if you slow down and truly enjoy the moment, your body language changes. Your breathing synchronizes. That shared rhythm builds intimacy. Here's a question to reflect on. Are you trying to create pleasure, or are you sharing pleasure? The difference is subtle but powerful. When you share, you're experiencing it together. When you try to create, you're managing it. And intimacy thrives in shared experience. Ultimately, sensual touch is an art of attention. It's about patience. It's about understanding that a woman's body responds to emotional context just as much as physical sensation. When she feels adored, safe, and emotionally connected, her body becomes more receptive. Sensitivity increases, pleasure expands, and intimacy deepens. So slow down, be curious. Stay present, because real connection isn't built through intensity alone. It's built through awareness, respect, and genuine desire to understand her experience, not just your own. And when you approach intimacy that way, you're not just touching her body. You're connecting with her as a whole person.